Oh, where do I start from? From the beginning.
Well, it's a very long story, but let's cut it short. I had Omoh on the 25th of September 1981, Unity Hospital, Ikeja. I had Omoh 5:30 a.m. in the morning. She's been a nice child, very warm. She wasn't a troublesome baby anyway. Growing up as a baby she was alone. We were alone in the house with her, and not even a single minute, you won't be bored with her with Omoh. She's always very friendly at a little age.
So Omoh has always been, let me say, a handful, but a handful in terms of a bundle of joy.
Omoh, she's an interesting baby that as a grown-up child, she's very intelligent and she can talk.
If anybody who knows the Yadua family, Omoh is a typical Yadua. That's how they are. They are male and they're female. That's how they are. Very blunt, very outspoken. If you see Omoh, you've seen the Yadua family.
She's a child that don't pretend, and it's right from childhood. She does not pretend. You know, she says something wrong. She's very close to me. Very, very close. I'm like a second mother to her. We relate very well. And even if I tell her, oh, Mono, you know, Auntie Franca, please let me say my mind. It's not as if she's rude or conversation, but she likes saying her mind. And once she says her mind, I'm telling you, the best I know her, it's over.
After 4 years, then I just found out that she's a very smart girl because right away from the primary or kindergarten age, she interacts with people even older than her. When you see Omoh in a place, she will be the youngest among them all. So I started being inquisitive about her. And the father used to tell me that Omoh is going to be a brilliant girl. Omoh, Rosa, please, we need to make sure she has a good foundation. And from there, we continue.
So the Omoh you see today has been many years in the making. It's almost been this perfect product. She's been a gem of a sister ever since I've known her, since she was born.
Omoh is someone that has been exceptional. You know, you look at her, she's blessed with this character of knowledge. From those days, even when she got into reception, she was always exceptional. You know, and back in there as well, when we were in Christian school, I was in primary when she was in reception, but she was as popular as myself, even as her elder brother. She's just a girl that, a woman now, a lady that I'm ever proud of, and I thank God that we share the same umbilical cord.
I grew up with Omoh. In fact, she practically raised me growing up. My parents got separated when I was about 3 and she was 8, and I have a brother as well who was about 4 as at that time, and naturally she rose up to the ranks of being a mother to us.
I can remember the day my marriage with the daddy clash was over. Omoh was crying, and that day too I was crying too, because someone felt he needed somebody, she needed somebody like me. And since that time, Omoh has been playing a role of a mother at home.
Omoh is one of many parts, and being the arrowhead when it came to 3 of us, that's me, Biodun, and her, she was more like the direction in everything. She was more like, let's do this. We followed suit. Let this happen. We followed suit. Even though we were all young and she was equally young, but you could see the leadership, the direction, the perseverance, the guile in her to always make things happen, especially even for us that were the younger ones. So it was something worth experiencing that I would say obviously pushed us to love ourselves a lot much more than ever before.
Omoh, Dana, and Biodun, the 3 of them, they're such an amazing people, and I've seen so much love flow, you know, amongst the three of them. And it's something I adored a lot.
So Omoh has always been a true academic in terms of being excellent at academic work, but she also had many friends. Omoh knows how to make friends.
Omoh and I met in FGC Loring. This was between 92 and 98. I can't tell you when exactly, but like I said, we were in the same class and we got into a lot of trouble together. We used to do a lot of sports together, really volleyball. So we had sport times, which was after prep. But because we wanted to play more volleyball, we wanted to be at the volleyball court more, we wouldn't go to prep, we wouldn't go for food, we wouldn't do basically other school activities. So that's why we started getting into trouble, and that's how our friendship began, because those were the sort of things that we used to do together, if you get what I mean.
Omoh was just, how do I put it, just another regular person. Along the line, I think she stood out because she had this tomboyish thing about her. She was mixing with the boys easily, which meant everybody was, okay, Omoh is a cool person, Omoh is our friend. And along the line, I think we got close as we're getting into the higher classes, yeah.
Stubborn. As in, well, back then in school, like, I didn't even think there was any lady, but Omoh used to be very stubborn. And that was my first impression. Like, why a person go stubborn like this?
When you say trouble, like I said, good trouble. Omoh is bullish. She has a way of doing her things, but at the same time, inside that person that we all see, inside that strong person that we all see, Omoh is soft. Omoh is very loving. She's very caring, and she's not in between, if you get what I mean. So she's either with you or she's not. And once you can identify with Omoh, Omoh is going to go to the end of the earth for you.
Should I say, thank God I met Omoh, because Omoh made me enjoy school. I had no boring moments. Omoh was so simple. She comes to everybody's level. So because ordinarily when people are coming to school, they have so many things to pack to school. But when Omoh is coming, Omoh will just come with one, like a nonsense box like that. You know, she was just so simple.
We share a certain bond that many people didn't understand. So she's always been someone I could turn to my right and talk to, in terms of how things were going and, you know, what needed to be done. And then the assertive nature which she has also rubbed off on me, right? It would also help you ensure that you achieve your goals, achieve your targets, you know, stuff like that in life.
She sees the opportunity and she's confident enough to question the status quo. And that's something that I like about her. Many times she's the youngest in the room, but she still reaches out there and, you know, she actually questions the status quo. There have been some rough roads. It hasn't been all smooth, but she's navigated even those rough roads with grace and with a smile and with a warrior's attitude, knowing that even if I perish, I'm not going to go down without my dignity.
Omoh is somebody that she's ready to help you in need without sharing it with anybody. That's if she knows you are genuine about it. I'm telling you, she's ready to. She's ready to give it all.
Greatest achievements, we are younger ones. I mean, I don't see any way, if I want to talk about even whatever I become tomorrow, I mean, she's always going to be a part of my story. In as much as how amazing her career path is, the fact that she has a legacy in people that can not but say that at this point in time of my life, this woman actually contributed to who I am today.
Omoh, you've been an amazing person. I read the first chapter, a draft of the first chapter of a book, and sincerely, it was already giving me an idea that there's still so much to learn. To a large extent, I think you're doing good in terms of your kindness, your relationship with people, and then your ability to love, to love and to love without any expectation, if I put it at that. So I think you should continue being the good person you are.
Omoh is she's a vibe. She's love. She's just life. Yeah. That's Omoh. I don't know. There's nothing else to describe Omoh with.